Good evening and welcome. Let's take a look at our top story. India and China are set to meet for the 14th round of commander-level talks over the 21-month-long standoff along the LAC in eastern Ladakh. But ahead of the talks, the United States has said that China is trying to intimidate its neighbors. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki responded to a question on China's aggressive behavior, saying that U.S. was closely monitoring the situation. She added that the U.S. would continue to stand with its partners. Washington even believes that Beijing's behavior in the region and around the world could be destabilizing.
We continue to closely monitor the situation. We continue to support dialogue and peaceful resolution of these border disputes. We've been pretty clear how we view Beijing's behavior in the region around the world. We believe it can be destabilizing, and we're concerned by the PRC's attempt to intimidate its neighbors.
The 13th round of military talks aimed at easing tensions ended in a deadlock. The Indian side pointed out that there were unilateral attempts from the Chinese side to alter the status quo. It also said that this was in violation of the bilateral agreements. Now, the meeting did not result in any resolution. However, the two sides agreed to maintain communication and stability on the ground. But China continues with its troop buildup, amassing a massive number of troops and building roads and bridges. Soldiers of India and China clashed last year, resulting in the loss of several lives on both sides. The clashes erupted after the unprovoked aggression by Chinese troops in Galwan Valley in Ladakh. It's been 21 months since the incident. 13 rounds of talks have been held, and there's been disengagement at many flashpoints. But tensions continue to simmer between the two countries. Now, for more on this story, our principal diplomatic correspondent, Siddhant Sibal, is joining us live on the broadcast from New Delhi. Good evening to you, Siddhant. Now, what does the United States' statement mean just a day ahead of the 14th military commander-level talks tomorrow?
Well, the U.S. statement basically is something that Washington has been saying for a pretty long time, and many countries, not only in the Western world but in Asia, will not differ from that, given how aggressive China has been, with not only with India but with Taiwan, with other countries in the region. We know that next month we'll see the Winter Olympics, which has been largely boycotted by the Western world. But the Russian president and the Pakistani prime minister are expected to visit Beijing for that and give company to the Chinese president Xi Jinping, who will be keen to show that normalcy has been restored in China after 2 years of the pandemic, the devastating pandemic. But largely when it comes to the talks, these are important talks and could pave way for further reconciliation if there is positive outcome.
Right, Siddhant, thank you very much for joining us on this broadcast with the latest on that upcoming meeting.
WION, now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.